Hello again, I'm Anna Delman. It is day number 130. For the past few days we've been speaking about criticism, and so today I wanted to checking to see if my windows are closed. I can hear dogs barking, and often it is hard to do this because dogs bark and there are 4 of them across the street. I wonder if that's in the city ordinance. They are a problem. We've spoken to the homeowners, and it doesn't make any difference. They do not respond to criticism in a gracious way by putting their dogs in the backyard. This is a fairly large property I live on. It's my sister's home. I live in an apartment on her property. She has 3 other apartments up above, and they are tenants, and they complain to us about the dogs barking. Gets worse at night, friends. It's terrible. So I'm being critical, right? And my little note today is responding to criticism. There they still go. Anyway, so how are you to respond to criticism? If you were the neighbor, how would you respond if somebody came to you and said, please, kindly, and we've spoken and asked them graciously to do something about their dogs. They'll do it for a few days and then it's over. But I'm not talking about that kind of criticism. They're actually nice people. They are lovely. I love it on weekends when their kids play in the yard. And one of the greatest blessings for me in life, this is just a little rabbit hole of a discussion. I love the sound of children playing. There's a school just down the street and another one up on the other side, and during the day, during their recess, I love hearing them play. The laughter, the giggles, the chatter, beautiful. And over weekends when the children are playing ball in the yard, I love it. The dogs are quiet then, they put them in the backyard, but to me that is like a melody. It gives me such joy. That's positive criticism. I've never said that to them. I would like to say it to them sometimes, that I just love it. They're not here every weekend. They have a farm and they go out to their farm. But I just love to hear their kids playing. They should not go to the farm that often. Another criticism. Anyway, so friends, when somebody's criticizing you, how should you respond? Breathe in, breathe out. Often that's not the opportunity and the moment to respond. Don't. Listen to what they say, consider and evaluate it, but walk on, walk away. Don't get caught up into a negative discussion on the sentiments behind the criticisms. You don't owe them that. Now, if I was talking to the neighbors, it would be different. I'm not speaking about with a friend. I'm speaking about somebody who is just being super critical of you unprovoked without a reason, and you don't know why. You may know, but you may know the person well enough to know this is not the moment for me to talk to them or even respond. Sometimes, friends, you just don't. So breathe in, breathe out, listen to what they're saying, and walk on. You do not need to respond. Be gracious, smile and say, excuse me, thank you for your input. Walk away. Think of the best way to respond for your well-being. Then when you are alone, hear what they've said. Mull it over. Ponder it. We do need to realize that sometimes people will be critical of us because they want to rile us up. They want to get a response from us because it gives them the grounding to say, you see friends, you see community, you see society, that's who that person is. They're baiting you. They want you to respond. Don't give in to them. Let it go. However, sometimes somebody like with the neighbors, friends, come on, your dogs, at midnight when they're barking up a storm and they go on for hours, is there something you can do? Let's work it out. They then, if that somebody was saying that to you, one should be able to address it. The response could be the neighborhood at that time of night. There's a block away, a nightclub, and people are walking down the street, and our cameras have, not our cameras, their security cameras could have picked something up. Share it. Let's talk about it. If one understands, it's a good thing to know so that we don't get agitated and think, damn those dogs, when we should say, yay those dogs, they are doing something good for the neighborhood and we should be grateful for them. However, that's not been the case. Friends, I'm just showing you how you need to reason these things through in your psyche. Again, if somebody's coming to you with a more personal issue and they're criticizing you and you are bowled over because you didn't, it's hurtful. I'm not speaking about a gaslighter. I'm saying somebody who's close to you and they're asking you something or sharing something, telling you something that you don't like to hear. How should you respond? Listen to it, friends. Go think about it. What should you do and what should your response be? For me, if that was to me, I would think, okay, what is the foundation on which I function? What is that platform? Are they telling me something that my conscience can accuse me or excuse me for in this situation? What is it? Do I need to consider it seriously and change? Or do I need to consider it differently and think, why were they saying that? Why did they accuse me of it? Maybe they wanted something more from you than was fair for you to give them and do for them, and they are lashing out at you. Consider it, friends. Weigh it. If the foundation, the platform on which you are functioning, frees you from that criticism, the words that they spoke to you, don't own it. Leave it be and go on about your business. Now, if you need some more encouragement beyond what I'm saying, or a foundation on which you can establish your greater functioning, please look down in the show notes, and I have the discussion notes, rather, our conversation talking points are there. I have shared them down below, scripture verses which will explain and clear up for you my reasoning in everything I've shared with you. If you have any more scripture verses you'd like to share with me, or share something like I shared about our neighbor, very lovely people. I love their children. I love it when I hear them playing, but I don't like their dogs barking. Two different kinds of criticism. Friends, what is your story? What about your neighbors? What have they criticized you about, or should you be criticizing them about something too? So until tomorrow, friends, take care and God bless, and we will talk again. Bye-bye for now.